हाँ मैम, हो गया मैम। आप आ जाइए, आपका वीडियो नहीं चल रहा है।
Hello to all of you. Good afternoon, good evening, good evening. It's 5 o'clock, so a very good evening to all. This is Parmita with yet another edition of Soft Skills, Spoken English, and Personality Development session. Yes, of course, I'll be starting right away. But before that, I'm just waiting for a few people to come in and say hi to me so that I can start. Okay, so you must be wondering, like, what am I going to do today? Good evening, Eliza. Thank you for the response, my dear. Hello, Rahul. How are you? Acha, how was your weekend? I believe you had a good Sunday, right? So, good evening, Deep. I will be doing two things, as I told you. Parav, hi Parav, how are you? I will be doing two things together today, half. I mean 30 minutes or 40 minutes and 20 minutes in whichever manner, because once we start discussion, there will be a lot of things which will come up and we will keep on talking. Okay, hi Vanita, how are you? So I can see a few people coming in, joining us live. Hello, Dr. Sharma. Thank you for joining in. Hi, Devilal. Devilal, kaise ho? Great to see you all. So yes, what was I saying? I was saying, hi, Vanita. I was saying that Pawan. Hello, Pawan. Hello. Okay, so I was saying that I'll be taking two things in short capsules. One is very important, absolutely important, non-verbal communication. Though I will not be able to finish it today, I'll take two more classes to finish it, two more sessions to finish it. And at the same time, I'll be doing a little bit of grammar, because I believe grammar is very important for all of us, and a combination of the two. The reason why I'm not doing absolutely grammar for the entire 1 hour in one class and communication skills and other things in the other class is because, we need to combine the two. And we will be doing it in that way only. So it would be easier for us to understand, and it would be less taxing on our mind. Okay, and before I start, let me tell you, you keep on sharing your ideas, your queries, what do you need from me, what kind of classes you need from me, what are the areas you want me to discuss, because I'll be discussing a whole lot of areas. But of course, I can give more emphasis to the areas you want me to discuss at the beginning of during the first few classes, right? And keep on sharing your queries about the class that I'm going to take today, or maybe the three sessions that I have already done, जो मैंने पहले कर दिया है, वो भी अगर आप Facebook में, YouTube में जाके चेक करोगे, देखोगे, कोई query कुछ है, तो you can just write it here. यहाँ पे आप लोग लिख सकते हो, ताकि उस पर अगर कोई clarification हो, कोई discussion हो, further discussion, we can actually take it forward. And one more thing, which is also coming in the scroll, that certificate will be provided. Certificate दिया जाएगा आप सभी को जो ये sessions पूरा complete करेंगे. So, my dear boys and girls, I think it's time that we start. Now, the first thing that I'm going to start today is non-verbal communication. Right? Communication के बारे में हम लोगों ने थोड़ा बहुत कुछ जानने की कोशिश की हमारे पिछले 3 क्लासों में, और आगे भी मैं वही बोलते जाऊंगी कम्युनिकेशन के बारे में, डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन के बारे में, किस तरह से किस कम्युनिकेशन को हम लोग डील करेंगे, किस तरह से किस कम्युनिकेशन को हम लोग सीखेंगे, हैंडल करेंगे. तो मैंने आपको लास्ट क्लास में और उसके पहले, मतलब सेकेंड एंड थर्ड क्लास, आई टोल्ड यू अबाउट वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन, विच इज रिटन एंड ओरल, राइट, एंड ऑल्सो अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ विजुअल. ओके, आज मैं आपसे बात करने जा रही हूँ नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन के बारे में. नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन मीन्स विदाउट टॉकिंग, विदाउट राइटिंग. ओके, सो व्हाट इज दैट कम्युनिकेशन? दैट इज नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन. एक है वर्बल, जहाँ पे हम लोग बात करते हैं, लिखते हैं, शब्दों का व्यवहार करते हैं, और एक है नॉन वर्बल जहां पे कोई शब्द का व्यवहार नहीं होगा. इट्स ओनली अ फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन, साइन, सिंगल्स. So one, if I do this or if I do this, you get to understand something. You get to understand something. I said like this. Okay, so you get to understand something, and that is where non-verbal communication comes, right? So straight on we go on sharing our PPT. And I'm 100% sure the PPT is showing. Okay, okay. Now, my dear friends, let me tell you what is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication occurs without using any oral or written word. ठीक है, जैसे मैंने आपको अभी बताया कि नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन कोई लिखी हुई या बोली, मतलब वी डोंट स्पीक, हम लोग बात नहीं करते, हम लोग कुछ लिखते नहीं. इंस्टेड ऑफ रिटन और ओरल वर्ड्स, non-verbal communication relies on various non-verbal cues like physical movements. Like, you know, we have a very common non-verbal communication, that is namaste. It shows our gratitude, it shows greetings, it shows sorry, it shows everything depend upon the situation, right? So this is a basic non-verbal communication example I can give you to any Indian culture. This is a very basic non-verbal communication. Namaste. हम लोग नमस्ते बोलते भी नहीं है ना, तो हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? We just do this. And कभी कभी ये ग्रीटिंग हो जाता है, कभी कभी हम लोग सॉरी ऐसे बोलते हैं, कभी कभी हम लोग रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि भाई कर दे ऐसे, right? So one non-verbal communication, one signal, and so many types of communication, right? Task. Colors. Oh, colors are very important. Like हम लोग मतलब कभी कभी हम लोग देखते हैं कि शादी में generally it is red, red and red. But if you go to a Christian wedding, the bride wears a white gown. The bridal gown is white in color. So the color has a very important, very important impact on the situation, on the mindset. साइंस एंड सिंबल, सिग्नल्स, मैंने आपको बताया. चार्ट्स, हम लोग बचपन में पढ़ते थे ना, इन द क्लासरूम देयर यूज्ड टू बी अ चार्ट, और वहां पे देख के नेम ऑफ द फ्रूट्स, फ्लावर्स, और एनी अदर चार्ट फॉर दैट मैटर, टू एक्सप्रेस फीलिंग्स, एटीट्यूड्स और इंफॉर्मेशन without words. Although no word is used in non-verbal communication, it can effectively communicate many human feelings more accurately than any verbal communication method, right? कभी कभी ना बिना बात किए हम लोग बहुत कुछ बोल सकते हैं, बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं, जो कि if we talk, the essence is lost, the impact is lost. तो non-verbal communication के लिए ये बात बहुत ही जरूरी है. हमें ये बात एकदम दिमाग में रखना होगा कि एक कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस में नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन का बहुत बड़ा एक इम्पैक्ट है. ओके, नाउ you know, in our day-to-day life, a lot can happen without talking, without writing, and the non-verbal communication actually tells us about that. Now, there are different types of non-verbal communication. See, I have made a list, and trust me, anyone of you can just come up and say that, ma'am, you have missed something. I might have missed something. So the first one that I have mentioned is eye contact. The second one that I have mentioned is facial expression. The third that I have mentioned is gesture. The fourth I have mentioned is posture and body orientation. Fifth I have mentioned is body language. Sixth I have mentioned is space and distance, proximity, paralinguistics, humor, touch, silence, personal appearance, symbol, and visual communication. Now tell me one thing, am I audible? Am I audible? एक बार yes or no if somebody can give me. Am I audible students? सुनाई दे रही हूँ मैं? क्या आप मुझे okay, thank you so much. हाँ, because there's some kind of a problem, communication barrier with my headphones, so I'm not being able to understand, right? So this non-verbal communication types, okay, so I was in paralinguistics, humor, touch, silence, personal appearance, symbol, visual communication. So all these things has an impact on the communication process, has their own contribution in the communication process, right? How? We are going to learn it today and tomorrow and perhaps day after. I do not know how much time is it going to take, right? So the first thing that the first 4 points I'm going to take up today. One is eye contact. The second one is facial expressions. The third one is gesture. And the fourth one is body orientation. Now you might be thinking that, ma'am, eye contact and facial expression, is it not related to each other? Because eyes are a part of our face. Of course it is. But you know, it is being said that our eyes speaks 1,000 words. Our eyes speaks 1,000 words, right? The eyes are the mirrors of our mind. आंखें हमारी दिमाग की, हमारी मन की आईना है. लेकिन उससे पहले हमें एक बात समझना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. वो क्या है कि नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन क्या रोल प्ले करते हैं एक कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस में. आपको याद होगा मैंने आपको कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस का साइकिल दिखाया था मेरे 2nd क्लास में. मैं फिर से बोल रही हूँ, अगर आप लोग कोई ऐसा हो जिसने 1 या 2 क्लास मिस कर लिया हो, please go to the YouTube page, please go to the Facebook page of SKD University, and all those videos are there. You can actually see them and get yourself updated. Now, non-verbal communication क्या करती है? It actually gives a support to our verbal communication, right? Now, non-verbal communication gives a support to our verbal communication. How? I tell you, I'm just stopping this sharing so that I can tell you it in a better way. Like when I'm talking to you, right? When I'm talking to you, I'm using my hands. How is it helping me? It is giving me a support when I'm explaining something to you, right? With my hands. अगर मैं अपने हाथों को ऐसे बैठ के ऐसे, you know, एकदम सीधा सर करके बोलते जाऊं, it's never going to give that expression, and it will not help me to get intimate with my communication process, right? I will not have a relationship with my communication process. Last class में मैंने आपको बताया था कि इंग्लिश सीखने के लिए इंग्लिश के साथ दोस्ती करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. वही मैं फिर से आपको बोल रही हूँ, कोई भी कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस में अगर हम लोग जाए तो उसके साथ घुलना मिलना, to come across with that, to become coherent with that is very very important. So non-verbal communication क्या करते हैं? हमें ये सपोर्ट देती है. अगर कोई कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन हो और अगर हम लोग बोलना नहीं चाहते हैं, कुछ गलत हो, कुछ आर्ग्यूमेंट हो, non-verbal communication के help से we can put that forward, right? You say a joke and I don't like the joke, so I keep quiet, I don't smile. So you understand that this lady didn't like what I said, and it gives you a cue. एक बात बताती है आपको एक संदेशा पहुंचाती है कि मुझे शायद ये बात नहीं बोलना चाहिए था. I shouldn't have said this, isn't it? So that is also another thing in non-verbal communication. Substitute. Many a times maybe we are not in a position to talk or to write. Airport में बहुत दूर से आप देख रहे हैं आपके friend, आपके father, आपके parents, आपका कोई भी रिश्तेदार आ रहे हैं. So you wave, or they're going, they're leaving you for some other place. So you wave. It substitutes for your oral or written communication, right? And also it contemplates. Contemplating means add meaning to your verbal communication, right? So somebody comes and pats you on your shoulder after your results are out. What happens then? What happens then? Right? You know, you're very sincerely listening to something. So what do? You do this. You come closer to the screen and you listen. Okay, acha, this is what is happening. What is it? Your body language is helping you, right? ऐसे करके मैं अगर बैठी रहूं और कैमरे से दूर, तो maybe I will say the same thing, but I will not be able to. I will not be able to. What would I say? Contemplate, support what I want to say. Okay, so this is what non-verbal communication does. It helps us to accentuate. अभी आपको ये करना ही होगा. ऐसे में, you know, ताली बजा के, I mean, I what do I say? I pound on the table. What happens then? That means I show my aggression. I show my sincerity towards the thing, right? So what happens? You know, Brazil and Argentina was playing the final match of last Sunday, and you know, you are not there, but you are watching the match on television, right? And what do? When there was a goal by Argentina, you clap. So that shows your attachment, that shows your involvement with the match. Played somewhere on the other side of the globe. You do not know who all are there like playing, but you love the match. You love the game of football, or you love the game of cricket, or you love the game of wrestling, whatever. So that is very, very important. That is very, very important. So it helps you to accentuate, right? Now again, I go back to my sharing. Okay. Now, as I told you, I will be dealing with eye contact, facial expressions, gestures, posture, and body language. So let me start with eye contact. Eyes are the mirror of your soul. The eyes are the mirror of your mind, right? और eyes को लेके हमारे हिंदी मूवीज में और गजलों में और सारे पोएट्स ने, संगीतकारों ने इतना सारा कुछ लिख दिया है कि आप सबको पता है the importance of eyes. At the same time, you also understand how important it is when your father calls you with his eyes almost red in anger. So eye contact is very, very important, right? Now, what do we understand by eye contact? See, I have tried to gather some animated eye sites which tells us a lot of things. But what does it tells us? No, since the eyes, the visual, it's a visual sense. We have 5 senses, we all know. Sight, hearing, taste, touch, and feeling, right? So it's a visual sense and a very, very dominant one. तो कुछ देख के कभी-कभी हमारे आंखें भर आती है, कभी-कभी हमारे आंखें बड़े-बड़े हो जाते हैं in surprise, in astonishment and all. और कभी-कभी क्या होता है, हम आंखें चुरा लेते हैं. We don't dare to look at the eyes of the person, right? हम लोग आंखें नीचे कर लेते हैं, right? All these gives a certain communication, tells a certain communication. And what is that communication? Tells a certain message, gives a certain message. That the way you look into a person's eye tells about your and his relationship or her relationship, tells about your confidence, tells about whether you are very tensed about that situation, you are grief-stricken, you are sad, you are happy. Everything is being expressed in your eyes, through your eyes, right? हर चीज आंखों के सहारे हम लोग एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं. इसके लिए ना हमें कुछ लिखने की जरूरत होती है, ना हमें कुछ बोलने की जरूरत होती है. So since the visual sense is dominant for most people, eye contact is especially important type of a non-verbal communication. The way you look at someone actually communicates a lot of things. Like it communicates your interest in that person, your affection. You know, when your grandparents look at you, there's a lot of affection in their eyes, hostility, attraction, love, hatred. सारा कुछ आंखों के सहारे हम लोग एक्सप्रेस करते हैं. Eye contact is also important in maintaining the flow of conversation. अगर हम आंखों मतलब if we don't see into the eyes of the person जिसके साथ हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, we will not be able to understand, because whatever he is saying or she is saying is also being expressed through his or her eyes. Okay, so eye contact is very, very important. And whenever you go for any kind of professional oral communication, my dear friends, please maintain eye contact. Please maintain eye contact, because if you do not maintain eye contact, the other person will think that either you are very afraid of him or of the situation, you are tensed, or you are saying something which you do not believe in. So I can look into the eyes of a person only when I know what I'm speaking. मुझे मालूम है मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ, और मुझे काइंड ऑफ भरोसा है कि मैं क्या मतलब whatever I am saying, I actually know how it is happening. Right? So just keep in mind that eye contact is very, very important, right? So from eyes we move to another very important part of communication, that is facial expression. And if you can see this particular slide that I'm showing to you, you can understand there are so many various types of facial expression. The first person is doing something. The second girl, she's smiling. That's a very positive facial expression. And then so many people are doing so many things, right? And you can see somebody's like, oh my God, what is happening? Somebody's thinking, somebody's yelling, somebody's crying, and everything is expressed in the face, right? This one also, you can see anger, happiness, surprise, disgust, sadness, fear. सारा कुछ कहाँ पे है? हमारे मुंह में है. So face is a very important part of our communication tools. The various types of communication tools, communicate करने के लिए जो बहुत तरीके का जो हम लोग tools इस्तेमाल करते हैं, सहायता जिससे लेते हैं, चाहे वो मोबाइल फोन हो, चाहे वो व्हाट्सएप वीडियो कॉल हो, चाहे वो रिटन स्क्रिप्ट हो, उसके साथ साथ एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट टूल है हमारा our face, चेहरा. Why? Because the human face is extremely expressive. Whatever happens in our mind, in our heart, is expressed here. My hands will not express it, right? My fingers will not express it. Who will express? My two things. One is my voice and one is my face. When I come to voice, I'll tell you, right? And perhaps I will try to play you of certain voice tracks to make you understand about how voice is important in communication process. But that is something we might do tomorrow. Today, I don't have that in my planning, right? So facial expression is very important because face is the most expressive item of our body, able to express countless emotion. Again, I go to the previous slide. Countless expressions. कोई रो रहा है तो कोई हंस रहा है तो कोई चिंतित है तो कोई दुखी है तो कोई सोच रहा है कोई कुछ कर रहा है, right? So this countless expressions, one tool, that is our face, right? And unlike some forms of non-verbal communication, facial expressions are universal. मैं आपको ये भी बताऊंगी कि जैसे कुछ चीजें जो हम लोग नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन में करते हैं वो कल्चर टू कल्चर डिफर करता है. जैसे इंडियन कल्चर में कुछ एक है, मे बी व्हेन वी गो टू सम अदर कंट्री, in their culture it is something different. Like Japanese, they bow when they greet a person, they bow, ऐसे झुक के bow करते हैं. हम लोग नहीं करते हैं, हम लोग पैर छूते हैं. मुझे नहीं मालूम, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि ये पैर छूने का जो रिचुअल है शायद ये सिर्फ हमारे में ही है, और मे बी इन कंट्रीज लाइक बांग्लादेश, if at all, right? So though I'm not very sure, so authenticity I do not vouch for. So ये facial expression एक चीज है जो हर जगह पे, हर कल्चर पे, हर देश में, हर लैंग्वेज में सेम है. Because when you smile, everybody smiles. You in North Pole to someone in South Pole, smiling is smiling. ये किसी के लिए कुछ और मीनिंग नहीं हो सकता है. Crying is crying. किसी के लिए कोई और मीनिंग नहीं हो सकता है. So with our facial expression, now what is the reason for saying all these things? The reason for saying all these things is that with our facial expression, we can communicate with people whom we do not know, whose language we do not understand, right? A smile can, make you win a lot of situations, difficult situation, just with a smile in your face. So the facial expression is very, very important. And what are the various types of facial expression? Happiness, sadness, anger, surprise, fear, disgust, this, that, and the other. Tension. Tension में हम लोग ऐसे करते हैं, right? So there we need the support of our hands as well, right? So all these things, right? With our eyes, we sometimes wink. ना कोई जोक हम लोग बोल रहे हो कहीं पे, तो किसी को हम लोगों ने विंक कर दिया, ऐसे आंख से हम लोग बता देते हैं कि no, don't take it seriously, right? So all this facial expression, eye contact, these are very, very important. Two very important non-verbal communication keys I have given you. One is your eyes and the other one is your face. In face, there is two very important things which creates magic in our expression, in our communication while expressing certain things. What are those? Those are, I'm just taking off my specs, those are our eyebrows, right? जब कोई ऐसे eyebrow shrink करके बात करता है ना, ऐसे, या eyebrow उठा के बात करते हैं ऐसे, it says a lot of things which you did not say with your oral communication, right? ऐसे देखना or whatever. So the eyebrows are also two very, very important items within the facial expression, I would say, which creates a lot of impact in non-verbal communication. And the other one is our lips, this lip area. You see, when we smile with the lip. When we fawn, when we cry with the lip, right? Or जब मुंह बनाना होता हो, when we make faces, we make with our lips. Kuch bhi. No, I don't want to make faces on video. Certainly not, but you can understand. आप लोगों को पता ही होगा कि जैसे मुंह बनाते हैं तो कैसे बनाते हैं, with the help, mainly with the help of our eyes and with the help of our lips. And every such expression, every such thing creates a communication anecdote. एक communication क्यों देता है वो, कुछ ना कुछ बोलता है अगले को जो वो देख रहे हैं. Someone who is seeing to it gives certain information, gives certain cues to that person. Okay, so facial expressions and eye contact, absolutely important, my dear friends, and you need to keep this in mind. So अभी से मिरर के सामने, घर में, अपने रूम में, आईने के सामने खड़े होके देखो कि what facial expressions you can make and how it can help you, But trust me, with your smile, you can win a lot of things. You can win a lot of difficult situations. Next comes gesture. Now, what do we mean by gesture? Gesture means Right? Any idea? Can anybody tell me what is gesture? See, I have given you a lot of visual ideas. Somebody is doing this, that is confident. Somebody is sitting like this. Okay, so relaxed. Somebody is doing this, so which means trustworthy. Strength. Okay, tension, biting nails, tension. All these things are part of communication gesture. Non-verbal communication is a part of non-verbal communication, and it is known as gesture, which is a body action, mainly your two hands, which is a body action and helps us to communicate our state of mind. It helps us to communicate our state of mind. हमारे दिमाग में जो चल रहा है हमारे जेस्चर से वो पता चलता है, right? अगर मैं ऐसे करूं, either I'm feeling very cold or I'm feeling very tensed. When I'm like this, sitting like this with my arms crossed on my body, what does that mean? That means I am being a bit closed in nature. You know, किसी के सामने ऐसे बैठ के हम लोग बात नहीं कर सकते. This is not a right body language. We should open our arms and talk. This shows that we are open to new ideas, we are open to new concepts, and we are confident about it. I'm confident about what I think, and I'm confident about what, I mean, I have the intention to listen to what the other person is trying to say, right? So gesture includes the movement of our hands, right? And here in facial expression, what did I say? In facial expression, I told you what? That it is common in all culture. It is common in all countries, because a smile is smile here, a smile is smile in USA, a smile is smile in Canada, a smile is smile in France, Afghanistan, Israel, kahin pe bhi, right? So when it comes to gesture, it is not the same thing. This is a gesture, right? So it is a gesture absolutely related to Indian culture. Shaking hands is a gesture which comes from the Western culture, though we also do it, because culture is something that we accept. So many various types of culture we have accepted in our lives, right? So we have accepted it. That is no problem. That is no problem. But we need to keep this in mind. So there are certain gestures. There are certain gestures which we need to keep in mind while we mix up with people from different countries, different backgrounds, different cultural backgrounds, right? And this we will also learn. This we will also learn because I will be also doing a session with you on cross-cultural communication, but at the later part, not so early. So gesture is something which is not common. Just keep this in mind, which is always not common. There are certain gestures which are common. There are certain gestures which are common, but not all gestures are common to all, right? It is, and you know, gesture is something which is imbibed in our daily life. जो हमारे हर दिन के काम में, जैसे मैं अभी आपसे बात कर रही हूँ, without realizing I'm doing some gestures. मैं ऐसे हाथ को move कर रही हूँ. I'm talking to you. I'm trying to explain you. I'm talking. I'm into an oral communication with you. I'm also in a written communication with you because I'm showing you certain PowerPoint presentations which I have written where there are written words. But at the same time, I'm taking so much of support, so much of help from non-verbal communication. From non-verbal communication, right? So that is what, or that is where the importance of gesture, or that is where the importance of hand movements comes. So when I listen to you like this, that means I am giving a lot of attention to you. I'm sorry, I'm giving a lot of attention to you, right? But when you are speaking and I'm looking here and there and trying to facilitate with certain things, that means I am not paying the required attention. Or maybe it's very boring, or it's very monotonous, or it's not what I exactly wanted. That is why I'm not being able to concentrate. I'm not being able to concentrate on what you are saying. Am I clear to all of you? Okay. Now comes our bodily movement, which is known as posture. जैसे हम लोग बैठते हैं, पता है अभी now that with the online classes we have become so laid back, right? कभी कोई सोफे में बैठ के क्लास कर रहा है, तो कभी कोई बैल्कनी में घूम के क्लास करते हैं, कभी कोई अपने बेडरूम में बैठ के करते हैं, because we do not have an office setup. Not all has an office setup to work from home, right? So in that case, what happens? Our posture becomes very, very important, because you see the pictures that I have shown you here. Each of the posture is a wrong posture. When it comes to professional or official or business communication. जब प्रोफेशनल या ऑफिशियल या बिजनेस कम्युनिकेशन आते हो, तब ये पोस्चर्स, सारे पोस्चर्स एकदम जो भी इस स्लाइड्स में दिखा रहे हैं वो सारे गलत है. जो द फर्स्ट लेडी हु इज सिटिंग with her chin on her hand, ऐसे करके जो बैठे हैं, it shows that she is like thinking something which has got no clue with her recent, no connection with her recent situation. The second lady seems to be a bit morose, थोड़ा सा दुखी लगते हैं, कुछ चिंतित सा लग रहे हैं. The third lady is lost in her own world, कहीं ख्यालों में डूबे हुए हैं. So is the next person. And the last person from my right is again very thoughtful. He's thinking about something, right? Maybe he's thinking about some report that he has in his hand or whatever. And each one, you can see, each one has some paper in their hand. And perhaps शायद वो पेपर में जो कुछ लिखा हुआ है वो पढ़ के ही इन लोगों का ये posture हो गया है, ये body movement हो गया है, right? And body movement is how your perceptions of the people are affected by the way you sit, walk, stand up, hold their head. जैसे ऐसे करके अगर मैं बैठूं, ऐसे करके अगर मैं आप लोगों का क्लास लूं, तो आप लोगों को क्या लगेगा? मैम, do you have a headache? Do you have a headache? कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, right? So क्या क्या चीज postures में आते हैं? फिर से एक बार, the way I sit. So if I sit straight, like I'm sitting now, or if I sit like this, or if I sit like this, gives a meaning, communicates a meaning. कुछ meaning बोलते हैं जो मेरे को देख रहे हैं, जिससे मेरी बात हो रही है, जिसके साथ मेरा communication process चल रहा है, right? The way I stand, if I stand and I, lean towards the front, that means there is some problem. There's some problem. Or I cannot stand, I need a support to stand. So there's some problem. Or I stand with my heads down, then there is some problem. So all these things, right? What else? Walk. We should walk straight, right? अगर हम लोग, if you are limping मतलब ऐसे रुक के अगर हम लोग चलते हैं, ठोकर खाते तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, शायद कोई एक्सीडेंट हुआ हो, शायद कुछ दर्द हो, शायद कुछ anything can happen, but it gives a meaning, right? What else? Hold our head, ऐसे करके सर पकड़ के बैठे हुए हैं, या फिर ऐसे कर रहे, oh my god, ऐसे, right? What happens? Shows that there's some tension, some problem, some headache, right? So these all are the bodily movements that we need to keep in mind while we sit. Office में जाके अगर मैं ऐसे बैठ जाऊं, ऐसे, can you see me in the camera? I think you cannot. Then that is not the right thing. जब हम लोग पढ़ने बैठते हैं, अगर हम लोग चेयर एंड टेबल पे बैठे और टेबल पे बुक रख के पढ़े, तो वी आर द ब्लड फ्लो इज बेटर एंड वी गेट मोर एनर्जी. अगर हम लेट जाए पढ़ते पढ़ते तो बस सो ही जाते हैं, बिकॉज द पोस्चर इज रॉन्ग. The posture is wrong, right? And this is what we need to understand. जब हम लोग खड़े होके एक presentation देंगे, I will do presentation skills also with you, my dear boys and girls. तब आपको देखना पड़ेगा कि आपका posture है क्या? What is your posture? You have to understand that. Okay. So this is the posture, and we need to keep that in mind. जब हम लोग personality development पे जाएंगे, right? Again, this gesture, posture, eye movements and everything will come. Why? Because the way I move myself, the way I carry myself, carries a lot of information about me and disseminates a lot of information about me and my mindset and my background and my understanding to the people around. Right? So this is very important. And this type of non-verbal communication includes a lot of things like posture, bearing, stance, elusive movements. All these things are very, very important, right? So I believe this is still here. Body language is clear. I just want to tell you that I have today in this class covered only 4 types of body language. Only 4 types of body language: eye contact, facial expression, gesture, posture, and body orientation. Right? Body orientation, somewhere it is written as body orientation, somewhere you will find it is written as body movement, whichever, right? So ये 4 मैंने किया है. कल फिर से 4 या 6 मैं करने की कोशिश करूंगी, because this is a non-verbal communication is in itself a subject, right? So we cannot hurry about it. We need to keep this slow and steady, because we not only have to read it. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, मेरा जो ये सेशन है ना आप लोगों के लिए, ये सीखने के लिए या एग्जामिनेशन देने के लिए, you don't do this. You do it so that you can use it in your day-to-day life. You can use these discussions that we do every day to improve yourself, your communication skills, your non-verbal communication patterns, your English speaking skills, your personality, so on and so forth, right? Not only English speaking, but also English writing, reading, everything. I'll go into writing and reading धीरे धीरे. एक साथ सारा कुछ कर लेंगे ना तो दिमाग पे बहुत भारी पड़ जाएगा और कुछ याद नहीं रहेगा. अभी मैं जो करूंगी ये आप सभी को पता है, एंड यू मस्ट बी थिंकिंग कि मैम ये क्या हो रहा है, ये तो बच्चों का है. लेकिन कोई भी सब्जेक्ट सीखने के लिए, कोई भी लैंग्वेज सीखने के लिए सबसे पहले जो चीज हमें सीखना पड़ता है वो क्या है? वो है ग्रामर, राइट? द मोर वी लर्न अबाउट ग्रामर, द मोर क्लैरिटी, लर्निंग नहीं, क्लैरिटी, स्वच्छता दिमाग में अगर ये एक साथ बैठ जाए ना, और कुछ नहीं चाहिए हम लोग को, लैंग्वेज इजीली हो जाएगा. देखिए आप, मैं एक चीज दिखा रही हूँ आपको. नाउन आपको पता है संज्ञा, राइट? हिंदी में नाउन को संज्ञा बोलते हैं, है ना? तो अ नाउन इज अ वर्ड दैट नेम्स समथिंग. किसी भी नाम, मेरा नाम है परमिता, यहाँ पे किसी का नाम है गुरुदेव, किसी का नाम है अंजलि, किसी का नाम है राघव, किसी का कुछ और नाम है, राइट? किसी का नाम कुछ और है. ये सारे नाम क्या है? नाउन, राइट? और मैं हूँ कोलकाता से, कोई है गोरखपुर से, कोई है आगरा से, कोई है हनुमानगढ़ से, कोई है जयपुर से, कोई है किसी और जगह से, स्पेन से, फिलाडेल्फिया से. ये भी क्या है? ये भी नाउन है, राइट? मैं वाटर बॉटल से पानी पी रही हूँ तो वाटर बॉटल नाउन है. लैपटॉप में आपके साथ जुड़ी हुई हूँ तो लैपटॉप भी नाउन है. मेरे घर में पंखा चल रहा है, वो पंखा भी नाउन है. मैं एक टेबल पे अपना लैपटॉप लेके बैठी हुई हूँ, वो टेबल भी नाउन है. सो नाउन. और क्या है नाउन? आइडिया. ये आइडिया वाला नाउन क्या हो सकता है? कॉन्सेप्ट. आइडिया यानी कॉन्सेप्ट, जो हम लोग फील नहीं कर सकते हैं, जो हम लोग फील नहीं कर सकते हैं, लेकिन क्या सॉरी देख नहीं सकते हैं, लेकिन क्या कर सकते हैं? व्हाट कैन वी डू? वी कैन actually feel it, like love. Is love a noun? Yes, it is. Warmth. Is warmth a noun? Yes, it is. Yes. Or say, for example, hate. Is hatred a noun? Yes, depending upon the situation. Depending upon the situation, right? So, all these things. Say, for example, यहाँ पे है beautiful. You look beautiful. You look beautiful. So, for example, you look beautiful in this particular sentence. What is look? Look is verb and beautiful is noun. Right? But then this beautiful, I can change the form of this beautiful. The garden is beautifully designed. The garden is beautifully designed, right? So here beautifully is what? Can anybody tell me? If I stop sharing this? कोई? Okay. Okay. आप लोग सोचिए, मैं फिर से बताऊंगी आप लोगों को. I'll tell you, but you know, use your mind and tell me what am I trying to say? What am I trying to make you understand? Right. So sometimes it is used as noun, sometimes it is used as adjectives, and sometimes it is also used as adverb. Right. So a noun is a word that names something, such as a person, place, thing, idea. In a sentence, noun can play the role of a subject, direct object, indirect object, subject complement, object complement, appositive, or adjective. How? We will learn over the time. We will learn today a little bit of it, quite a bit of it. I won't say a little bit of it, quite a bit of it, and then we will learn about the rest. Now, there are various types of noun. The most common is the common noun. Common noun मतलब a generic name. जैसे कि मान लो country. Country is a common noun and India is a proper noun. Right? क्योंकि India नाम का कोई और country नहीं है. Isn't it? SKD University. University could be a common noun. But when it is SKD University, it is a proper noun. Simple. Very simple, and I know you all know all these things. I'm just brushing up your knowledge because these are the things you must have read in your junior school. तो इतने दिनों में थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस नहीं है, इसलिए थोड़ा बहुत मैं आपको प्रैक्टिस करवा रही हूँ. Nothing beyond that. इसके ऊपर ना मैं बहुत ज्यादा लेक्चर तो देने वाली हूँ नहीं. ओके. उसके बाद हमारे पास क्या है? अच्छा, कॉमन नाउन का कुछ एग्जाम्पल ले लीजिए. हाउस, कैट, गर्ल, पेट, डॉग, dress, all these are common nouns. And then we come to proper noun, which helps us to distinguish a person from a person. Just when I say Taj Mahal, right? When I say Taj Mahal, a picture comes in front of my eyes. A visual comes in front of my eyes. Isn't it? Isn't it? Yes or no? Tell me. जब मैं ताज महल बोलती हूँ, मेरे सामने एक पिक्चर आता है. लेकिन अगर मैं बोलूं कि कोई एक किला, तो किला क्या हो जाएगा? कॉमन नाउन. और ताजमहल क्या हो जाएगा? प्रॉपर नाउन. या जैसलमेर फोर्ट, प्रॉपर नाउन. राम, सोनी, फिडो, स्पेन, स्पेसिफिक नेम्स, प्रॉपर नाउन्स. कीप वन थिंग इन माइंड, प्रॉपर नाउन ऑलवेज स्टार्ट्स विद द कैपिटल वर्ड. प्रॉपर नाउन हर समय कैपिटल वर्ड से शुरू होता है, क्योंकि कोई भी नाम अगर हम लोग लिखे तो उसके साथ वो हम लोग कैपिटल वर्ड से यूज करते हैं. कॉन्क्रीट नाउन आर फिजिकल थिंग्स, जैसे कि मैन, राइस, हेड, कार. कॉन्क्रीट जिसको हम लोग फिजिकली देख सकते हैं, पकड़ सकते हैं, समझ सकते हैं, इसको बोलते हैं टेंजिबल ऑल्सो. राइट? जैसे have you met James Bond? You must have read about, seen James Bond movie, one particular person. Stars, water, pour the water down the drain. Specifically बोल रहे हैं कि पानी को नाले में ले जाके फेंको. So it is concrete. यहाँ पे कुछ nothing is left to our imagination. Nothing is left to our imagination. कुछ हमारे imagination में नहीं है, जो है physical है, ठीक है? That you can touch, that you can see, that you can understand. But इसके अलावा भी कुछ है, जैसे कि abstract noun. जैसे मैं बोलती हूँ, my mother loves me dearly, right? This love is what? A noun, right? So in that case, what happens? This love, hatred, whatever is what? It is abstract, जिसको हम लोग feel कर सकते हैं. No, I'm sorry. My mother loves me dearly is not the right example actually. Things which we can feel. Things which we can feel. She is very sad. The sadness is something जिसको हम लोग physically पकड़ नहीं सकते हैं. Happiness. Rainfall brings happiness. Right? You must have a lot of courage to go and meet the principal of the school, of the college, of SKT University, whatever, right? Danger, truth, हम लोग इसको समझ पाते हैं, फील कर पाते हैं, लेकिन हम इसको क्या नहीं कर पाते? पकड़ नहीं पाते, छू नहीं पाते, देख नहीं पाते. So abstract nouns are what? Ideas, concepts and feelings. Am I clear to all of you? Yeah. Then there are countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns जिसको हम लोग count नहीं कर सकते हैं. Got some money, lots of happiness, right? The pond is full of water. क्या मैं count कर सकती हूँ कि the pond has 80 liters of water? No. But at the same time, countable nouns are what? Countable nouns are जिसको हम लोग count कर सकते हैं. I have earned $20 in 20 days. Countable, right? Only 4 people can go in my car. Countable. Okay. Many Asians eat rice. Rice is something uncountable. I will have 1 paratha. Countable. Okay. So these are countable and uncountable. Then comes collective noun, which is very interesting, like a swarm of bees, a crowd of people. All these are called collective noun, which means a group of individuals, a pride of lions, a crew of sailors, a class of students, right? So collective nouns are a group of individuals, a bunch of grapes. Okay. Collective nouns can be treated as singular or plural. Singular or plural. Anything. There are various examples of collective nouns. For example, collective nouns can be like, as I said, pack of wolves. Pack of wolves. Right? Pack of wolves. That is an example of collective noun. Okay. A family of 10. A family of 10. Example of collective nouns. Okay. And this is a very commonly used thing in English language. Very, very commonly used in English language. A fleet of sheep. A fleet of sheep, right? A convoy of trucks. A flock of sheep. Ship, S-H-I-P, ship, jahaz. Sheep, S-H-E-E-P, sheep, the animal sheep, right? Then comes compound noun, is a noun that is made up of two or more words, right? जैसे कि bus stop, it is one word but made up of two words, bus and a stop. Sometimes it is open or spaced. Sometimes it is hyphenated, like mother-in-law, brother-in-law. Sometimes it is together, like football, volleyball, breakfast, cat food. Cat food is spaced. Blackboard is together, closed. Okay. Swimming pool, sunset, checkout is hyphenated. बीच में एक छोटा सा dash, इसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Hyphen. So it is called hyphenated. Hyphenated, right? And this is my acknowledgement. I have taken help from these two sides. So here I stop my sharing, and I believe I have been able to convey what I wanted to convey to all of you. The second part was much easy. It was just a brushing up of your knowledge or your understanding or your learning that you have done during your school time. The first part was on nonverbal communication. If you have any query, please do write in the chat box immediately so that I can understand and I can share. Because, you know, when you ask me queries, you come up with your queries, what happens? I actually get to know, like, what you want from me, okay? And in that process, what happens? I also understand what exactly is required, what exactly I must be doing for your classes and for your development, right? Because communication is always a two-way process. कोई बोलता है, कोई सुनता है, और उसके बाद फीडबैक आती है. मैंने आपको ये बताया था फीडबैक के बारे में. I have already told you about the feedback earlier, that how important feedback is in the process of communication. How important feedback is in the process of communication, right? So वहाँ पे अगर हम लोग ये देखें कि आप लोगों से अगर हमें feedback मिले, तो the process of communication becomes even more easy and even more interesting, right? You come to know about what I think. I always come and tell you, पता है ये है, पता है वो है. You can always question me, discuss, debate also. I am very, very open for debating. Absolutely open for debating, right? Okay, so Devilal Verma is saying that today I am present. That's great, Devilal. You should be present every day. And Rohit is giving me some non-verbal communication. Thank you, thank you. Pawan, thanks, Pawan. See, that is what I was trying to tell you, right? Rohit gave me very interesting non-verbal thumbs up and all, from which I could understand something. And that is very important for us. Pawan, thank you. Thanks for the clear and well-explained class, ma'am. Have a good day, ma'am. Thank you. You too have a great day, my dear. But then please come up with your queries. Good day तो होते रहेंगे. Good day biscuit खाएंगे, good day हो जाएगा, है ना? लेकिन आप अपने questions पूछो मेरे से. Like अभी नहीं, संभाल के रखो. थोड़ा बाद में अगर जो दिमाग में आए, keep notes. You know how to take notes. Note making class 11, 12 में करवाते हैं schools में, छोटे क्लासों में भी कराते हैं. तो नोट, छोटे नोट्स, स्टिक-ऑन्स यहाँ वहाँ लिखते रहो. मी इवन नाउ आई कीप ऑन स्टिकिंग नोट्स हियर एंड देयर. जो भी दिमाग में आता है ना, थोड़ा सा लिख के रखते हैं, राइट? एंड नाउ यू हैव द मोबाइल फोन व्हिच इज so convenient for you to take notes and keep things. But anyway, this is all I had from my side today. I hope it was useful to you. Yes, your comments are saying so. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. And tomorrow when you come, please do come with a lot of queries with you. Let me tell you, tomorrow we will be dealing with the other parts of nonverbal communication. Thank you, Varun. Thank you for attending, being with me in the class. And I will be more than happy if I can share any knowledge that I have, any little bit knowledge that I have with all of you, because you are the future. You are the future. It's our responsibility. right? Okay, Jolly, thanks, yeah. Thanks so much. Thank you very much for your lecture, ma'am. Thanks. So tomorrow I'll be dealing with non-verbal communication again. And tomorrow I will deal with a very interesting part of English language where we will see how noun becomes some other part of speech while we write a sentence. So today we learned the grammar, little bit of it. Tomorrow we will learn the syntax, the use of it. Okay? Till then, till tomorrow 5 o'clock, you take very good care of yourself. I'll be seeing you then again. Bye-bye and thank you. Thanks to SKT University for this beautiful opportunity. Thank you so much.